Hello and welcome to the Obelisk of Khamoon. It's very dark in here. Right, where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? I have no idea. But hopefully we will find out. Well, not that way. Oh, bugger. I remember this puzzle. You son of a gun. Jeez, man. Oh. You just came out of the wall. That's what it looked like. Oh, great. Yay. Yay. And this one's freaking useless as well. Is that a clue? Not to bother with this one? Wait. Cheat. Oh, there's actually nothing in this one. So, alright, cool. I'll remember that. So, don't bother with that one. Maybe bother with this one. Let's give that a go. Whee! Ooh. Okay, that goes down. And where does this go? Ooh. Right, where does this take us? If we, oh, that is pitch black. Look at that! You can't see a bloody thing. Look at that! Good way. Alright, so we'll go through here. Oh no, alright. Go through here. There's a crocodile in there. Come up here. Okay, there's nothing really here. But I know we have to go here. Alright, well, there's that. Oh, that's what we need. The key. Cool. Right, we can do that. So then, how do we get back? Because, according to my calculations, this is a... Oh, wait, no. You can get back up there. Yeah. Alright, we can do that. Geronimo! We know what we're here for. We could probably get that, like, right now. Bugger the ammo. Give me the key. Give me the key! Oh, I wish there was a way to... Oh, I want that, though. I want that. Oh, he tried to eat my booty hole. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? What reason was there for me to say that? I have no idea. Oh, what's down here? Ooh. Well, that ain't spooky. Look at that. Ooh. It looks like the, you know, the cat from Alice in Wonderland. Oh, what the frick? Wait, I did not mean to do that. But, like, look at that. Look, it looks like... Is it Chester? Is that the name of the cat? I can't remember. It's been years since I've seen that film. But anyway, why do I need to go here? There's a lever. There's a way out. Up here. Alright. It doesn't tell you what's there. But I can sort of guess. Oh, ammo. I don't think we actually have to go that way, though. Like, I think I could just... Like, can this key work? Yes! Yes, it can. What the frick? So we got this door opening. What's in here? Death. Yeah, hello there, Mr. Mummy. How will I, Mr. Bombastic? Tell me fantastic. This one doesn't have eyes. I think this one won't come and eat me. 97% sure that is a new bug. Is there actually anything in here though? Not that I can see. Other than... Huh. Oh, I remember this. This is a pain in my bum. I remember it. I remember this bloody puzzle. I remember it. I remember. I know what you did. I know. Okay, alright. We gotta get like the 4. Yeah, so we gotta get these. We gotta get the beetle, the hieroglyphs, the ankh, and the eye of Sauron. That'll do. Alright. Well, it's definitely the eye of Sauron. Sauron, whatever you want to call him. Right. You know what's more fun? Rage baiting. You know, when like, you know you're wrong. Or even if you know you're right, but the other person is just a dum-dum. Still, rather funny. Oh, this is where I think we are. Oh. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's 2 of them. Cool. Look at that. That's kind of funny. Okay, so from here on out, I don't end up speaking in any of these clips. So for the next like 15 minutes, because I managed to edit it down, because it was like over an hour. I was like, ooh, that don't work. Anyway, yeah, I don't speak because I had a nasty cough and a nasty cold, and it was horrible. I played this over the Christmas week, and yeah, what the frick was that? I don't know. Anyway, point is, yeah, I ain't speaking. So, I just died. This is actually the second to last level, of Tomb Raider 1, because you have the Egypt levels, then you have what's coming up, and that's it. Well, you have the DLC as well. They have as well, which was from the. It's like an add-on. I'm not sure how it worked back in those days, to be honest, but I know it exists, and I know it's here. So we'll play it here. Also, yeah, look at that. I found that really weird. They just don't attack you. For some reason, they attack some people, and sometimes they don't attack me. And they've never attacked me, so I don't know why. There's a few bugs. And also, Lara kept being a fancy pants here, you know? So it's like, bruh, stop being a fancy pants and get on with it. Yeah. So, I've been playing Resident Evil 4 on the channel as well. I've been playing Resident Evil 2, 3 and 4, so do check those out if you're interested. I died. There you go. Maybe that's what I was referring to earlier. Did I not die earlier? I can't bloody remember. Ooh, I've got to talk for all of this for the next freaking half hour, pretty much. 20 minutes? Oh, good lord. You're stuck with me for 20 minutes. Yeah, I've been enjoying those games. It's been quite good. Honestly, I prefer Resident Evil 3. So far, my favourite one is Resident Evil and Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 2 and 4, I'm alright. I mean, even when I played the original was still great. The originals are brilliant. Highly recommend playing the originals, not just the remake, especially for the third game. Oh, it's a disaster. The remake was, because I played the original. You can watch all of it on my channel. I love that game. That is one of my favourite games of all time now. That's up there. I should make a list one day. My favourite games of all time. I've got a few ideas. What else was I going to say? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of that. I don't know. Because I've got to pad out the next 20 minutes. You know, I mean, I could just sit here in silence, but like, it's not really an entertaining video. You can just hear me ramble. I mean, yeah, you can put me on mute. You'll still get everything you need to do. Oh, yep, see. Oh, I was so annoyed when Lara did that bloody dive. Look at me, look. Just like, why'd you dive? You stupid lady. Why you dive? Why you coming fast? Are you blind? Oh, yeah, and I really wish I knew how to trigger those bloody, like, handstands. Because I don't know how to do them. I just do them. Yeah, so I also played Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time. Well, finished it for the first time. I put 14 hours into that game. So many times. I was just like, I'll play it. I don't like it, and then I quit. I play it, I like it, and then I don't, and I don't like it, and I quit. It's the open world. I just don't like open world games. You know, it's like I do sometimes if you know the story is gripping enough, or the Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Exploring those, you know, I have far more interest in those ancient history than Red Dead's. I don't know. Like, yeah, Red Dead is beautifully crafted, but I just don't find it fun to explore. I think it's just because it's a realistic game, you know. Unlike, you know, it's just I don't know. I just couldn't get into it, and it was very annoying. Yeah, but because I was poorly, I had nothing else to do except play Red Dead. So I did, and after a certain event, I did start getting into it far more, and eventually I finished it all. But as soon as I saw the credits roll, instantly delete. I was like, nope, never want to touch that game again. However, I do definitely recommend the game. I never want to play it again, not at all. But I did enjoy my time with it near the end, because it gets really good. It does, it really does. So I'm glad I was pleasantly surprised by it. However, I would never touch that game again. What else? Mortal Kombat Legacy. I've been playing that. That game's really fun, actually, and also extremely difficult. You know, it's the original collection of Mortal Kombat. Unfortunately, there's a few games missing, like Mortal Kombat 4 Gold, but that's exclusive to the Dreamcast. So you'd think, it'd be in this port. Nope, it would not be in this collection. Why? Because Sega is a bumhole. I don't know why, but they just said no. Digital Eclipse were just like, hey, you want this? And Sega was like, no, you cannot have this. Please and thank you. And it makes no sense. Also, look at the panther. It's like glowing eyes, no glowing eyes. Glowing eyes, no glowing eyes. It's weird. Don't know why they did that. But that's why you're able to switch and swatch, and I forget the words. Anyway, um, Christmas happened. That was fun. You know, just nice. Lovely roast dinner. Very nice, very nice. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat Legacy. Playing online, quite difficult. There's no ranked or anything. It's a little annoying. But it's fun. It is absolutely really fun. I just wish I had friends and people to play with. I am lonely. I just it's hard. It's because like I even find someone who's like into Street Fighter. I like I like the concept of Street Fighter. I like the character designs of Street Fighter. I like the graphics of Street Fighter. But I can't stand. I can't stand the controls of Street Fighter. I have never experienced controls so rubbish. I know they're not technically rubbish, you know. It's like I played Mortal Kombat all my life, and for fighting game standards, Mortal Kombat is to me relatively simple. It's literally push forward, triangle, square, triangle, or triangle, circle, triangle. That's a basic combo into something cool. You know, it's great. But Street Fighter, it'll be like half circle, square, triangle, half another circle, diagonal, up, down, left, and just like, huh? What? And, you know, obviously you take your time to practice, that's fine. But it is just so uncomfortable on the fingers. It is not a comfortable game to play. I can't stand Street Fighter because of that. And also there's no dedicated block button. Like, come on, dedicated block button. That's like amazing. And also I find the ending of fights to be rather plain. Like, I get, you know, Mortal Kombat was like the first to do like a twist on the, you know, you win the fight, KO. And Mortal Kombat was like, well, what if instead of just a KO, you can finish them? Now, see, I wish more games would do that, but it doesn't have to be violent. It could just be like, you know, a cool way to end the fight or something. You know, it's just some way. I think that would be really cool. But for now, Mortal Kombat is the only game with the finishing. But it just makes, you know, the end of fights like more interesting, you know? I've always been fascinated by that. And Mortal Kombat, yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, it's got a lovely documentary. It's beautifully laid out. I've got it physically, and I'm loving it. I highly recommend it. I know, like, no one's going to watch this who's into Mortal Kombat, you know? So I'm technically just talking to the very few people that even watch these videos all the way. Maybe someone in the far future who plays Tomb Raider in the far future is like, oh, let's have a look at all these different walkthroughs. And it's just like, oh, Tomb Raider is a playlist. And then they watch the playlist and, oh my days, look, I'm talking about Tomb Raider. Woohoo! What? No, I'm talking about Mortal Kombat Legacy. Anyway, don't bloody matter. Point is, I would love for them to do a PS2 collection next. You know, the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. And try and get as many as that. There shouldn't be any issues with sorry if you can hear me, I mentioned my bloody leg is a little itchy. I don't think there should be any issues, because there's not loads of different versions of the PS2 games. Because, like, the first one on the PS2 was Deadly Alliance? The one where Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, they sneak up on Liu Kang and snap his neck. It's pretty like, what? Because, you know, he was like the savior, the hero of Earthrealm for the first 4 games. That's pretty cool. And then, blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't actually know how Deadly Alliance ends. You know, the more I think about it, I really don't know. However, I know how they end in the next game. Mortal Kombat Deception. Now, that's the one I remember growing up with. Now, I remember watching it. I remember playing it. One of my earliest memories is of a guy falling, going onto a spike. That was on my uncle's PS2. And that game is very good. That is a very good game. The story from the start. You have the Deadly Alliance, Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, you know, fighting it out against Raiden. So Raiden obviously caught up to him and, you know, tried to go, hi-ya, ooh, hi-ya, you know, whatever. So, and so they're fighting, you know, and Raiden actually loses. It looks like he pretty much dies. And, oh yeah, sorry, if you're looking at the Tomb Raider video, I actually somehow glitched into, like, out of bounds. So, like, I was just looking about this place, and I thought, oh, this is kind of interesting. Like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I thought it was quite interesting, so I thought I'd show it in the video. Yeah. Anyway, so as we continue on with Mortal Kombat, Deception, as they're fighting, the soul, anyway, they keep fighting, blah blah blah. Raiden goes down, and then fearing that the other might betray him, they turn on each other. That was like a weak impression of Shujinko, the person talking over this cutscene. And Shang Tsung and Quan Chi fight, and I believe Quan Chi wins. Trying to imagine the fight in my head, but I really cannot remember. I can't remember it. I think, well, either way, one of them wins, but because they're fighting over Shinnok's amulet, and then somehow. I don't know how. I don't know what happens. Oh yes, of course I do. In Deadly Alliance, Reptile is lured to like this egg, and is used as like a host to rebirth Onaga, the Dragon King, who was the original ruler of Outworld, before Shao Kahn poisoned him from the inside and killed him, and then he became the ruler of Outworld. So anyway, in that cutscene of Deception, Onaga walks in, and obviously that's a more dangerous foe, so they turn their sights onto him, they start fighting him. Raiden is somehow alive, so he gets back up, and then they go, Raiden, and they're losing, and then Raiden does like this big ball of basically kills everyone in the vicinity. Not really kills, but yeah. Well, it looks like everyone dies, but they don't. And Onaga comes out unscathed, impenetrable, unkillable, and he picks up Shinnok's amulet. Yeah, I know. But how did we get to that point? Well, you play the Conquest mode. In that, you play as a young lad, a young boy named Shujinko. And it's like this RPG, open world, you know, you explore the realms of Mortal Kombat, and it takes place even like before the first game. Like, it's pretty cool, and you go like through Shujinko's life. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere. In fact, I listened to the ambience of Earthrealm camp by the campfire. Oh, and the music of Earthrealm. Oh, it is so good. Honestly, it is so good. And the game is just fun as well. Like, if they just remastered that, shoved it out, instant buy, honestly. Anyway, so you go through that, and Shujinko thinks he's the chosen one, because this mystical being named Damashi, I believe that's his name. You know, it's just like, oh, collect the Kamidogu and bring them to this altar in between realms, like a nexus. And, you know, and then something will happen. And it takes Shujinko his entire life, from a young lad to an old man. And he goes through so much through that. You play through it. It's really good. However, that turns out... Actually, wait. Spoilers, if you didn't know. So, just give you a spoiler warning if you don't want to know who Damashi is. So, I'll give you 5 seconds. And we open up the door. It's pretty good. Anyway, if you don't want to know who Damashi is, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Onaga the Dragon King. And then the game just ends right there. It ends right there, and you're like, what? You know, there's no real ending. So you have to play through, like, the tower up the ladder, where you play as one character, fight a bunch of people, and then fight a big boss at the end. You gotta do that as Shujinko, fight the boss, and then you get a cool, like, end credit scene where everything goes, Shujinko wins, and, he's satisfied. He's sort of, I can't remember, it's been a while. What else? Yeah, okay, and then the Armageddon happens, where everyone is just so strong, the story is so out of whack, they're just like, you know what? Here is the Pyramid of Argus. Kablam. Everyone fights for the power at the top, at the tippy top. And that game has every single Mortal Kombat character to that point. That is pretty cool, if you ask me. That is very cool. However, the story I don't quite know. You play these two men who are like, they've been put away for a long time and now they're back, and it is quite interesting actually, because it's like another conquest, but it's not as good. I know that it's not as good. You also get create a fighter, so it's like your own custom character, and create a fatality, which I really wish they'd bring back, because that is really cool. Like, you can have like your full-on cutscene fatalities, as you do these days, but like, give us like a classic one. Like, I think that'll be, an in-game fatality, which I guess are brutalities these days, but like, let's create our own ones. I think that'd be relatively cool. I don't know why I went into camera mode here, because I think I saw something. Anyway, look at her bloody forehead. Look at it. Yeah. There's also another PS2 game, being Shaolin Monks. However, I ain't played that one yet. So I'll have to get that one day and give it a try. But those are the main games that'd be on on the collection of the PS2 ones. Unless there's any I'm missing, but I don't think so. And the versions, pretty sure that Deception has a GameCube version, so you can play as Shao Kahn in there, which is pretty cool. So there are some version exclusive characters in some versions, like the Wii version of Armageddon has female chameleon, while every other version has male chameleon, spelled with a C, female spelled with a K. It's very interesting. Yeah. And that was the end. That was the original 7 games of Mortal Kombat, because we never knew who actually won the tower, the Pyramid of Argus. However, in Mortal Kombat 8, which was like a spin-off game, it's Mortal Kombat versus DC. It's got nothing to do with the previous story, but it's just a cool thing. And that's on the PS3. And then in the reboot, the reason it's reboot is because in MK9, you play, you start up the story, and it shows you the aftermath of Armageddon. And at the top of the tower is Shao Kahn, who won, beating up Dark Raiden. And Raiden sends a message back to his past self, and his past self tries to change the future. Yeah, very cool. I'd love to see more from the MK collections, because they got some lovely stories to tell in that series. Anyway, we finished Obelisk of Khamoon. Hope you enjoyed my rant, my ramble, whatever. Bye.